The NFL, like all other major sports, has one issue that can't be ignored. The at-home experience of watching games is significantly better than it used to be. Think about it. Back in the day, your only other option if you didn't go to the game was to listen to it on the radio, and then eventually you'd watch it on TV, but the TVs were either small or super grainy. Nowadays, most households have HD TV, which is a great watching experience. And most people love to, play fantasy football, watch multiple games at once with the Red Zone channel. Also, going to games can be just kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Think about it, waiting in line in the bathroom, paying $20 for all the, concessions through the roof. Elevated stadium experiences are not just the future, but they're the present too. The goals of these stadiums is twofold. One, you want to create an experience that's just unmatched at home. There's nothing like it. If you stayed at home, you feel like you missed out. But second, they actually want to bring some of the amenities from home to the stadiums. Imagine when you're at home and there's multiple people using Wi-Fi or multiple devices, what you'll realize is everything slows down, right? Same thing happens in a stadium. So if you have 60, 70, 80,000 people on one Wi-Fi network, they really need to make sure that it's fast for everyone. So there's so much technology put into these stadiums so they can have the quickest Wi-Fi possible and keep their guests happy as if they were at home, or even better at times. Without further ado, let's get into my top 5 NFL stadiums that are using technology to enhance their fans' experience. Number 5, US Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Vikings. It opened in 2016, cost over $1 billion to make. It is in a space of over 1.75 million square feet. It has over 66,000 seats and over 140 luxury suites. One cool feature is Vikings Voyage, a 10,000 square foot interactive space where fans can compete in combine drills. They also incorporated a VR Vikings helmet so that fans can see what the players see when they're out on the field. There is also a 160-foot ship outside with a 55-foot tall curved LED board serving as the ship's sail. This stadium also has what they call the Legacy Gate, made up of 5 of the largest glass doors in the world. Each one is between 75 and 95 feet and weigh around 57,000 pounds each. Wow, what a great stadium for Vikings fans to enjoy. It's important to note that these stadiums need to be future-proof. These teams are really planning to be here for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I mean, imagine a 40-year-old iPhone. Like, they want it to be cool and be able to be upgraded easily without costing too much money. I mean, even think about like back in the day when there were cars that had phones in them, and that was like the coolest thing. But nowadays, if you had a car with a phone in it, I would rather have a cup holder. Number 4, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Atlanta Falcons. This opened in 2017, cost $1.6 billion to make. It's over 2 million square feet and has over 71,000 seats and 190 luxury suites. Mercedes-Benz Stadium has 2 very notable design features. One is their Halo scoreboard, which is over 63,000 square feet. If the scoreboard was stretched out, it would be longer than the Eiffel Tower. The stadium is also known for its retractable flower-style roof. These 8 moving pedals take about 8 minutes to open and close, and each pedal weighs around 500 tons. One thing to note is this stadium has the most affordable concessions in the NFL. They call it fan-first pricing. Bottled waters and sodas only cost $2. Hot dogs cost $1.50, cheeseburgers $5. I mean, even Bud Lights only cost $5. That's definitely one way to improve the fan experience. They also have a Chick-fil-A in the stadium that is closed on Sundays. In a way, they're taunting their NFL fans, but this concession stand is open for their MLS games in the stadium, as well as other events not on Sunday. Mercedes-Benz is definitely one of the most premium stadiums in the NFL. One trend you may have noticed is there's more and more luxury suites being built in more and more NFL stadiums. And you might think, what, are luxury suites more popular than ever before? Yes, maybe that could be part of it, but the real reason is the way that the NFL does their revenue sharing. So let's take a team like the 49ers, they're local for example, and they're playing the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, in that specific game, the home team, which would be the 49ers, gets to keep 60% of the ticket revenue. So every dollar spent through tickets, they get to keep 60% of it. That remaining 40% is actually sent to the league, and at the end of the year, everybody's combined 40% is evenly split across the whole league. This really evens out the playing field a little bit. You still get that 60%. But the key thing to remember and to know is that luxury suites do not count towards that revenue splitting. So if you sell luxury suites and you have, let's say, 300 luxury suites, all the money that comes from those, if you can charge premium dollar, you get to keep 100% of the profit of that. Number 3, Allegiant Stadium, future home of the Las Vegas Raiders. This is opening in 2020 and cost over $1.8 billion to create. It's over 1.75 million square feet, has over 65,000 seats, and has over 120 luxury suites. The brand new Allegiant Stadium features a retractable natural turf field, making it easier to switch the surface and use the stadium for other events. The stadium also features a clear dome roof that lets sunlight in. They also have the largest 3D printed sculpture in the world. An 85-foot tall memorial torch honoring former Raiders owner Al Davis will be placed on one side of the field, and it will have a fake flame above it as well. The biggest feature though is the screen outside the stadium, which is one of the largest video signs in Las Vegas. This 345-foot long and 80-foot tall screen is made up of a material called media mesh, which looks like a TV from outside, but from inside it looks like a mesh window that allows fans to look outside and provides natural sunlight. Wow, what an awesome stadium experience for those new Las Vegas Raiders. I also have a few honorable mentions that I wanted to just bring across. The first one is Vikings Stadium. They were one of the first stadiums to use an app that allows you to order food, but it also is worthy to note that now, because of all these new stadiums increasing their technology, they've already been pushed out of that top 5 category. Number 2, at&t Stadium, home of those Dallas Cowboys. Opened in 2009, cost over $1.2 billion to create, but is over 3 million square feet big. Has over 80,000 seats and 380 luxury suites. For Jerry World, it's all about the video boards. These huge screens are each 72 by 160 feet and are made up of 10.5 million LED lights. Each screen has a total surface area of over 25,000 feet and weigh about 1.2 million pounds. That's the equivalent to about 18.5 fire trucks each. Cowboy Stadium also provides top-of-the-line suites and a much more spaced out stadium due to just the size of the compound being at over 3 million square feet. Wow, Jerry World is continued to marvel even though it's the oldest stadium on this list. The other honorable mention is TIAA Field, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now this stadium not only has a few swimming pools for fans to lay down in and hang out in and watch the game from, but it is also the first stadium in the US to have a dog park. And finally, number 1, SoFi Stadium, home of the Los Angeles Rams and Chargers. This is opening in 2020 and costs over $4.96 billion. With over 3.1 million square feet, 70,000 plus seats, and 260 luxury suites. SoFi's price tag puts it in a league of its own. SoFi Stadium is the first indoor-outdoor stadium ever with a plastic roof on top, but openings on the side for fresh air to get in. The most notable element of the stadium is the 70,000 square foot Oculus display that will hang from the roof. This is the first ever 4K HDR display in a stadium. All other stadiums are 1080p. This is the largest LED content playback system ever built. It is built in a similar shape to the Mercedes-Benz Halo, but this screen has playback on both sides of the Oculus as opposed to just the interior. In total, the cable net and display weigh about 5.6 million pounds and contain 80 million pixels. Talk about just a giant of a new stadium, and this has really become the gold standard of stadiums, not only in the US and the NFL, but in the world. So there you guys have it. That's the top 5 NFL stadiums using technology to really increase and enhance that fan experience. Every time a stadium comes out, it's that next bar, that next level, and I could see SoFi Stadium being 5th, 6th on this list 5-6 years from now. So we'll really see what happens, but I just wanted to say thanks again guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and stick around for more sports business and technology topics. Peace.